What's up, guys? We're going to be talking a little bit. I am. We're going to be talking a little bit about the rig. Some people were just curious about what was in it, kind of how I packed it. I guess just kind of in general go around it and talk about it. So anyways, we'll get started with the back end. Okay, overall, just in general, this is where I kind of pretty much my kitchen. You may have seen some of these. Some of these are, you know, people build them out of all kinds of different things. Anyways, this is the bottom piece. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna get you around here a little bit so you can see that better. Pretty much has my Coleman. You can fit other things in here. I have a griddle that fits in here too. Only thing is, it doesn't fit in here with your connector. Probably have like a flexible hose, it probably works just fine, but for me, I still have the original connector that comes with it, and so it won't close up if that's in there. Other than that, pretty much what this holds. Does come out further. Second switch over here pulls out the top layer. Top layer has more like your prep area here, and then a sink, storage, whatever you want to use it for. We've used it for storage. Hey baby. We've used it for storage, and we've used it as a sink. So this is just a flexible, you know, bucket, and just a cutout for it. It sits right in there, just like that. Anyways, pretty much that for this. I like it a lot. Works out great for me. And everything we use it for. And it's sturdy. Oh, I guess I do have it connected with some 2x4s at the bottom that we have screwed down to the base of this. I was going to do a wooden floor in here, or wooden base in here. I haven't got around to it. I will eventually do it, but for now it's just screwed down and it does not go anywhere. Next is pretty much everything else. This is just a waterproof Magellan case from Canopy. It's got food, it's got extra propane in it, soap, things like that. It can fit probably a little bit more too, so I can probably put clothes and stuff in there too, but for the most part, just holds all my food, all my cookware, plates and things like that right here. Pretty much it. Both pretty much it. I don't know if you know so a whole lot about Jeeps. There's not a whole lot of space back here, so let's take you up a little bit. So not a whole lot of space, but anyways, here's about much you can fit in here. Everything else kind of fits on top. So I'll do my sleeping bags, clothes, backpack, all on top of these. You can see that I have my Max tracks back here. These are actually the RotoPax version, not actually Max tracks, but anyways, those are back here. I haven't quite figured out where to mount them yet on the vehicle, and we'll get to that in a little bit. So go bag over here, everything else over here, tools underneath here, extra water, extra coolant, things like that are all back in here. One thing that I have done that's a little bit different than some other people, if you have one of these vehicles, and hopefully you can see this well, if you have one of these vehicles and it came with a CD player or whatever, then your CD changer is back here. I don't know if you can see this. CD changer is back here. There's a little case right here for it. Fun thing is you can take the CD changer out and then it just becomes storage. So then you can store everything in there. Or I store, you know, my bungee straps and things like that in there. So if you have one of these and you don't use the factory radio, take the CD changer out, bada bing, bada boom, you have a little bit extra storage back here for some small stuff. On the other side of this, on the other side, there's like a netted spot. It's really useless in all honesty, but it's there enough where it holds like screwdriver. I'll have a little bit of case seal right here, zip ties, things like that. So all that kind of goes there. Camera equipment goes back here as well. All that stuff. Trying to think if there's anything else. Everything else, pretty much it. Pretty much everything I need fits right back here, other than a cooler. which I usually lay the seats down for the cooler. Next we got RotoPax. Either you love them or hate them. I ran into both people. For the most part, I love them. Haven't really come into any complaints with them. I've seen a few people say they had leaks in theirs, things like that. I'll be honest with you, I hardly ever take these off. It's a really bad habit, especially where I live. I should take them off a lot more than I do, but I don't. And so far, they've held up fine. They've been good. These in particular are the water kind. They hold water. They're good for a couple of different things. If you sit in the sun, park it out in the sun a lot, and you have water in this, a lot of the times the water that's in here gets pretty warm. So if you want to take, like, you know, a warm shower, not a hot shower, the water in here is actually pretty warm. So it works for a lot of different things. I have these mounted with just the regular RotoPax mounts, and it slides off like such. Behind it, we have, this is affordable off-road metal window. I don't know what you want to call it, but pretty much back glass is just metal. Piece of steel, bolts on. Works great for me. I attach these with the bolts and stuff that come with it, and it's been pretty good. It's worked out really good. Next we have my second thing of RotoPax. This is on the driver's side. Fuel. I do not keep fuel in these other than when I'm on a trip. For that part, they stay empty. I don't like bad gas. They don't leak. I've not ever had water in the fuel. I'm sure maybe some people have different experiences. I would think that these little seals up here probably should be replaced at some point along that, but for the most part they work good. Just fuel. Same way as the other side, same window, both windows metal. Everything else on this side of the Jeep is my Canopy. This brand no longer exists, so I won't even get into trying to sell it to you because you can't get it no more. For the most part, it is just generic. It comes out, it's a straight out Canopy. So if you've watched my videos, then you've seen it. It was super cheap. That's why I got it. It worked good. It has a lot of coverage. It's been through a couple different rain storms, and it's worked good for me. It's worked good for everybody. I'm pretty sure this is just literally a generic Canopy with this brand on the side of it. So I wouldn't get too worked up about the brands. We'll probably eventually try to upgrade to the Half Moon ones because they're just sweet, but not right now. Next, on top of the Jeep, we have the Nature Nest. It is pretty much a run-of-the-mill rooftop tent off Amazon. It's cheaper than most, and it's done really good. The only complaint, don't you spray me, you silly. The only complaint that I have about the whole thing is that it's sealed up so well that if you seal it completely and don't vent it at all, it condensates really bad. Which I've had with other tents too. This one is just like really bad. If you vent it good enough, it does really good. Only problem is that I like to winter camp. Venting is not always the greatest, so let me know if there's something I'm missing that I could do that would help that. I don't have a diesel heater. That is something that eventually down the road we will get. So over the top of the Jeep, will hold pretty much everything up there, is Goliath's Overlanding outfitters. Their stuff's great. This came to me, sorry about the wind. I'm about to storm here and I'm trying to get this done. It came to me bare steel. I don't know if you can get it powder coated from them, but it came bare steel. I just took a can of rattle paint, car paint, and spray can and sprayed it black, and it works great. It looks all right. It probably could be better, but I've drug it through so much limbs and stuff that if I just need to touch it up, it's done. So anyway, that's where I store like my seat. Sometimes I throw the Max Tracks up there. One of my videos, you can see the Max Tracks up there over top of the seats. But that's pretty much where my seats go. These are some just generic, like Harbor Freight lights. Funny story, they were on the front as fog lights, and I could never get them working. And I needed to cut the front bumper to make it work, to make my wheels stop rubbing. And we put them up here and hooked them up to the bar light wires that were already existing. And they're absurdly bright, really really, really bright. If I can ever figure out what brand these are, I think they're just from Harbor Freight, but man, they're so bright. I'm gonna take you down here. So as far as the front of the vehicle goes, this is where the fog lights used to be, right here. We just cut the fog light sections out. If you have a factory bumper and you want to make it work, this works. Those are 35s and they don't rub and they work great. So just cut that section out. That's kind of what they look like. I'll swap you around here real quick so you can see. But I don't know how well you can make that out, but that's how the front of the vehicle looks with the fog light sections cut out of it. It's not perfect. I did it literally the night before I had to go on a big trip, and I just cut them out real quick with some snippers. And so I definitely need to clean them up, but it works. We had no rubbing, and that was in the video where I did a bunch of river crossings. So like I said, 4.7 liter high output V8 motor. A lot of people have problems with these. They don't like them. They like the straight sixes. And ultimately, I have to agree, the straight sixes are probably a lot more reliable. But I've not had any problems out of this. This one has a load of miles on it, and it's ran super, super good. If you don't know, these versions are all-wheel drive all the time. Well, four-wheel drive all the time, sorry. So they're a little bit different. The straight sixes, the 4.0s, are four-wheel drive when they're engaged and two-wheel drive when not. So that's kind of the difference between the two. Other than the fact that these have literally only like 150 more horsepower, which you would think would be a lot different with a V8 from a straight six. But just the front of the Jeep. We have an aftermarket radio. We have an aftermarket radio here. That works really good. This runs my Onyx. Pretty much everything else, CarPlay, all that right there. For everything else, it's just a Jeep, man. I got kids. I drive this daily, pretty much all the time. So I got kids seats in the back, and it runs good, man. It's got a crap load of miles on it, but I love it. That's going to be the end of this video. Like I said earlier, if you have any comments or any questions about the Jeep, just ask, please ask. It is just a basic Jeep. It has a lot of miles on it, and we go overlanding in it. We go camping in it. We travel in it sometimes. It works great for us. Don't ever feel like you have to have the state-of-the-art stuff. Everything I have on here was either on sale or was heavily discounted of some shape and form, or I had gift cards or something like that. I always try to buy things that I think are easily accessible for people, and I go out and use them. Okay, it works great for me and it does good for me. So hopefully you like this video and it inspires you to use what you have and do what you can and what you got. Okay, Normal Dude signing out. Get out there, go explore, and live that life.